Ladies and gentlemen, Lenny March here for the home show. We are on course for March 7th. It's going to be a fantastic night. And we've got two fighters in this broadcast here today. That's going to make the night even better on March 7th and why you should be there. And that is Damian and Dylan Yendal. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, and obviously gentlemen first. Dylan, how are you?
I'm absolutely fine, mate. I've just done a very hard session at City Dong Amsterdam with some of the best in the world. We're talking Rigi and Erso, we're talking Glory Stars, we're talking the best in the world. You know what I mean? Damien's no idiot, so I've prepared well. Do you know what I mean? I know what's coming. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm more than ready.
Absolutely. Damian as well. I always like to ask how people are. How's things on your side?
I'm good, man. Thanks. Just back from coaching and training this morning myself. So literally just in the door before this interview. But yeah, life is good.
Absolutely. Dylan, I'm gonna head over to you. I'm gonna start with you. You mentioned it before we went on air. You said that obviously you've been to Thailand. You're currently in Amsterdam. Talk to me a bit about your Thailand trip. What was that like? Your development? How good was that experience over there?
Well, yeah, I got offered this fight. I think it was just before Christmas. I was in Thailand. I think I was just about to go to Thailand. I was in Thailand, and I knew it was game on. Do you know what I mean? So Thailand, I train every day. Do you know what I mean? And I heat acclimatized. You know what I mean? I got very fit in Thailand. I come back, it was even better. I trained in Krabi. I trained in Bangkok and Petchin with some killers. I've I've been all over the map, mate. I've been obviously I work away, so I just take my shin guards, my gloves, and my gum shield anywhere, mate, and go to any gym. I've been sparring all over. I got 70 rounds in the other week, man. I was thinking, wow, do you know what I mean? 70 rounds in a week. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
been it's been brilliant. Thailand was brilliant. I'm in Amsterdam now because obviously I know these are the best kickboxers in the world. I've been coming to Amsterdam for years. Any time I've got an hard fight or I know that something's coming up, I come here. This is like my test. This is where I test myself and see where I'm at. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm happy with today. What's happened today? And yeah, I'm looking forward to the fight. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to it. It's a big opportunity. Big thank you to Damian for giving me a chance. You know, he's a top opponent. I'm no idiot, and I know what's coming. Do you know what I mean? So thank you, Damian. I'm ready to go. Do you know what I mean? I can't wait to see you on the night.
Yeah, this is some good words, Dylan. Obviously, Damian, Dylan's saying that he's ready for the night, and obviously he's getting rounds out there in Amsterdam, Thailand. You look at that, and obviously he's putting the work in. I know you've just come back from obviously the WACO Championships in Dubai, so you've got that experience yourself. First and foremost, how was your WACO Championships over there? I know it didn't go your way sort of that week, but almost, the experience itself, how was it?
Yeah, like training's gone as good as ever. Really, I'm doing this so long. I kind of have everything in place now. The quality sparring that I need. I'm confident in the work that I get in weekly. Especially with um the new head coach Collie Matt in the last like 2.5 years. I believe I'm getting better every week. Um, so although I know what I'm capable of and what I've already accomplished, I know I'm continuing to get better every week. So I also look forward to being better. Come March 7th. And yeah, the Wackos didn't go my way, unfortunately. But again, I was drawn against Liam Nabiev in the first fight, and again, drawn the name like Liam Nabiev, and again testing myself against that and hanging, well able to make it competitive, but just losing out on the scorecards, to Liam Nabiev, someone who's tested for the Glory World title, I think 3 or 4 times. He's beaten Andy Semelier, he's beaten Cedric Doumbé, he's beaten Nicky Holtzkin, he's beaten all these guys. He is one of the best kickboxers on the planet, and I know I belong with these guys. I know what I'm capable of. Waco Pro European champion currently, and I know I'm one of the best kickboxers on the planet. So I'm 100% confident in my skills, and I know I'm getting better every week. And again, I appreciate Dylan saying that, and I respect the work he's putting in. And I know he's no slouch, and I won't be underestimating him. by any means, you know. So I'm buzzing for March 7th.
Absolutely, and we look forward to having you on March 7th, Damian. It's going to be a fantastic show here at the Walker Dome, and it's good to get you on. You talked about there, you listed it there, obviously, you know, having the experience over there at Waco and being competitive, and unfortunately getting knocked out in the first round, but having that competitive fight in the first round. Do you think that experience at the highest level that you've had thus far just being too much, unfortunately, for Dylan on the night of March 7th?
Nothing to do with the Wackos there, just gone. Like the tournament style is totally different, you know. Again, you're fighting the best guys in the world. Free coming around with the shin pads. It's a total different sport, really, you know. I prefer the pro K1 rules, to be honest. It suits my style better. I prefer the 3-3s. So no, I don't think it's anything to do with that. Listen, I'm doing this my whole life, you know. I'm doing it my whole life. So the tournament I just had in Dubai there a while ago has nothing to do with this, you know. But I do think I'll be too much for Dylan. I know he's ramped up the gears and he is improving every fight, and I expect him to be. But I still think I'll be too consistent and too good in every area, you know. But that's with all due respect. I respect Dylan, and I know how good he is, and I know he's improving all the time. But that's just how I feel.
Yeah, Dylan, we're going to throw it over to you. Obviously, Damian said you know, he thinks it's going to be too much for you on the night. And I want to talk about, you know, your recent step-ups. Obviously, Joe Johnson, Jack Bullock, every time you sort of stepped up, it's not been your way, unfortunately, that night. Why is that different on March 7th against Damian Darker?
Last year, mate, I was in a total different mindset. I wasn't in a good place. I wasn't fighting for the right reasons. And I was coming across. I've only ever fought the number one Thai boxers, the number one kickboxers. You know what I mean? And I was just like trying to get through the rounds. Do you know what I mean? And when I was fighting, I'm thinking, hang on, I'm 20 times better than this, and I could easily beat these. You know what I mean? But I had to switch. I had to switch this on. Do you know what I mean? And we'll see. Do you know what I mean? I've been in there now. I've got the experience. I've got the experience of fighting these high level lads. Damian's no idiot. I'm going in for it for the war. Do you know what I mean? I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't think I'm just some walkover, because I'm definitely not. Do you know what I mean? I'm coming for everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, he thinks he's one of the best kickboxers on the planet. So am I. I know for a fact I am. Every gym I walk in, I dominate. So it's one of them. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Damian, I'm just going to touch on what Dylan just said there. He says that he hoped that you don't think Dylan's a walkover. Is that the case, March 7th? You don't think he's a walkover, do you?
No, no, definitely not. Like, it doesn't matter who I'm going against. I'm always going to just prepare to the best of my capabilities and be the best person I can going in there, you know. And then the rest will fall into place, and that's exactly what will happen.
That's fantastic, Dylan. I'm gonna keep on you on this fight. Obviously, I mentioned, you know, the last two fights with Joe and Jack that you sort of stepped up, and yeah, I asked, the question was, why is this your time to step up? Obviously, you mentioned last year you weren't in the right headspace. Do you feel like you've sort of changed and evolved as a person and basically as a fighter?
I took a couple of months out, sort my life out, I sort my mental health out. And I got in the right place. I improved while I wasn't fighting. Do you know what I mean? Wasn't cutting weight. Wasn't just, do you know what I mean, doing fat camps. I improved through the year. Do you know what I mean? I'm improving every day. Like, I don't want to say too much about what I've been doing in sparring and that, but I know, like, I know what I'm capable of. Do you know what I mean? And I'm coming, and I've come on a massive way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know Damian is unbelievable. Don't think I'm an idiot and I don't know. I study these guys. You know what I mean? Anyone I'm fighting, I study him. It's a life or death situation. It's so serious for me. You know what I mean? But I think I know what to do with him, and that's it. I'm not going to say too much. I think I know what to do with him, and that's it. And I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be there. Like, you got to kill me to get me out of that ring. Cause I'm gonna be there, mate. I'm no for pushover, and I will be there. Do you know what I mean? All the way.
Okay, you mentioned there that obviously you studied the game of Damian, and I'd like to get like a brief overview what you expect basically from Damian on the night. Obviously, I don't want to give your tricks and your tips away, Dylan, but just what you expect from Damian having studied him, as you said there.
I know he's gonna come with. I know he's gonna come with that spinning stuff. I can do that spinning
Loads
stuff
of
to him
spinning
now.
shit from Orthodox.
I know he loves that spinning shit. He's good at it. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know he's gonna come with that. Yeah, and I know he likes to switch stance into southpaw, trying to hit the body shot, and I know I know a few things he does. You know what I mean? So I've been watching him, and it is what it is. If it doesn't matter, do you know what I mean? I get in that ring and I do what I do. It doesn't really matter. Like he says, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter for me. I'm gonna jump in that ring and do what I need to do, and that's it. And like, it's gonna be a massive upset, I think. Like, and that's the way it's going. Like, I'm sorry to say, I've got no disrespect to Damien, but
Of
like,
course.
I think this is my time. 27-year-old now. I think this is my time right now to go.
Absolutely, Damien. I'm going to throw it over to you. Obviously, Dylan said it's his time, and he spoke a little bit about your game a little bit. He expects some spinning stuff, and you mentioned there a lot of spinning shit from Orthodox. So, what would you expect from Dylan on the night? I've had the pleasure to watch Dylan fight a few times on the YouTubes, but I can sort of grasp a little bit what we're going to expect. He's a bit of I'd say a bit of a wild man. Likes to throw some big stuff. What do you expect from Dylan on the night of March 7th?
Yeah, I know he's going to bring it. He's gonna try to come forward. I believe I'll hold the center of the ring and control it, but I believe he'll come forward, and I think he again, like he was saying, I study a lot of things as well. I watched a lot of his fights, and I see he is improving, but there's still things that I see that I think are habits that can't be, that it can't be got rid of. Even going and training in Thailand, this is a kickboxing fight. I think habits like catching the catching the leg as people are kicking and stuff. These are habits that can't be forgotten. They're embedded in them, and I think they will exploit it. On the night.
So you mentioned there, obviously, trying to catch the lead leg. Do you think that pays difference on March 7th, potentially leading to a knockout against Dylan? Then,
Well, it's just going to hinder his game, because he can't catch the leg. So straight away, that's going to be a thing he's going to be thinking about. After he does it once and the ref tells him off, he'll be just thinking about it and not thinking about what he's doing offensively, and then I'll explode it.
okay. And Dylan, have you been training to catch the leg over there in Thailand?
Nah, mate, I'm not catching no legs, mate. This is a K1 fight. When I'm fighting Thai, I do the Thai rules. When it's K1, it's K1. It's fast acting, 3 rounds. You know what I mean? I don't need to catch it like I need a block and a counter. I'm catching legs. Do you know what I mean? I don't need you like. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's it. Like, I'm not stupid. I know how to play K1. I know how to play Muay Thai. Like.
Technical difficulties. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but here we are. We've cut it. We've got Dylan back. He's back and he's looking better than ever. Damian, again. So we spoke about what you expect from Dylan, and obviously you mentioned the leg grabbing out there in Thailand, and we talked about your experience. Just talk to me a bit about how you win this fight. How do you see that March 7th? Why do you get your hand raised against Dylan?
I just believe I'm better. I think I'm better in every area. Again, I know Dylan's going to be game and he's going to bring it, but I just believe I'm more versatile. I believe my fight IQ, I can problem solve in there, and I believe I get the job done. So I'm not going to say stoppage or whatever, but I just believe I'll do whatever it takes to get the win.
Yeah, and this is quite a tough one. Obviously, as a fight, I believe you won't be thinking in this mindset. But if you lose on March 7th to Dylan, what does that do for you, respectively, in your career?
It does nothing. It does nothing. Just I'll rewrite the wrongs. Again, it's me against me the whole time. It's me against me. When I go out and beat Dylan on March 7th, I'm still gonna be looking to improve after. It's not like, oh yeah, I've accomplished something. It's always looking towards the next thing. I'm looking for the most highlight reels I can in my career, and always trying to perfect my art. And try to be as perfect as I can with things. So it's nothing to do with winning or losing against Dylan and what comes after that. It's nothing. Losing against Dylan, there's nothing. winning against Dylan does nothing. It's all about my performance, and it will show.
Absolutely, Dylan. I'm going to throw it over to you. As we mentioned about Joe and Jack, and unfortunately you have not gone your way that night. And we spoke about what basically you need to do in this fight. But why is it a successful return back to, should we say, the higher caliber fighters on March 7th for yourself?
It's the mindset. It's 100% my mindset. Do you know what I mean? I'm a different person in my mind. You know what I mean? And yeah, I wasn't taking it seriously. Wasn't even taking it seriously fighting them guys. I'll tell you the truth. I wasn't even being serious. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm serious, bro. When I get someone like him on a poster, I know it's business, strictly business. Do you think I'm in Amsterdam here spending money on training and stuff for fuck all? No, I'm here on business, mate. Simple as that. Like, I'll do anything, mate, like, to get to where I know I'm going to get a one championship. That's my goal. And once I beat Damian, it's going to be a massive upset. Do you know what I mean? He's a popular guy. He's a big guy. He's a good fighter, unbelievable fighter. But once I beat him, it's going to be unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? If I lose, it's one of them. I'll go back to the drawing board, same as what he said. Do you know what I mean? It means nothing. We go in there. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to gain experience, whatever, regardless. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to have a good fight, and that's it. Get paid, get out there.
Dylan, I want to talk about there. You mentioned it's going to be a massive upset, so that brings to me that you're potentially thinking that you're the underdog, should we say? And I think that's quite fair on paper, isn't it? To say you are the underdog, yeah.
Lenny, I've always been the underdog, mate. I've always been the underdog. They've never set a title up for me to win. They always set the titles up for me to lose. I've got six titles in my house there. Do you know what I mean? So I'm obviously doing all right. Do you know what I mean? I've fought in the amateurs and stuff like Damian as well. I've got European championships. Do you know what I mean? I've got a world Muay Thai Olympic title. Like, yeah, like I've come from a similar background of him, kickboxing, like competitions. I've been at it since I was 14-year-old. I had a couple of years off and then I come back. And yeah. This is a big fight for me. This is massive for me. Do you know what I mean? It's a big rip. Do you know what I mean? So
absolutely, and I feel like it's big risk but big reward on yourself, as we've been saying.
When we is it like that? Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Lenny, but it's not a risk. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter who you put in front of me. Like he said, it's me versus me. I don't care about anyone else. It's me versus me. Do you know what I mean? And I need to prove to myself who I am. Do you know what I mean? And this
absolutely, we look forward to it.
You find out who you are in that ring. Simple as that.
Absolutely, we look forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic show between you two, man. I'm going to sort of tune it out now, and we're going to go back to finishing it off. But my last few questions that I have for both of you, Dylan. When you look at a statement victory in your head, pick like perfectly. How does that play out in your head on March 7th? What does a statement look like on March 7th in your terms?
Just like the statement looks like a stoppage, and like absolutely defying the odds. People think I'm an idiot. People think I'm. Well, he doesn't think I'm an idiot. He obviously knows I'm going to bring it, but he thinks I'm just game. I'm not just game. I know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? I've been in this game a long time, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not just game. Good. Do you know what I mean? Watch fights of me. Thank you. He's watched different fights, so yeah. I'm ready, mate. I'm ready. We'll see on the night, mate. You know what I mean? I don't like talking too much. I'm just ready to fight, mate. I'll be there and I'll be ready.
Absolutely, Damian. Just quickly, you don't think Dylan's an idiot or anything like that? Like and obviously you mentioned you think he's game, but there's more to it than that, I believe, Damian, that you think for Dylan.
Of course, and he's unorthodox in how he does things as well. So, and again, I'm aware of all that, and I'm not underestimating anybody. I think you're stupid if you underestimate anybody in this game, and you're only going to let yourself down. So no, we're not underestimating him, and yeah.
I didn't think so. But Damian, I asked Dylan what statement looks like for him. What does the statement look like for Damian Darker for March 7th?
Spinning heel kick knockout.
That's that spinning stuff, Dylan. That's brilliant.
Listen, mate. Okay, yeah.
Dylan, are you worried about that spinning stuff?
Of course he is, man.
I'm not worried. I'm aware of it. But I'm not worried. No, I'm not worried about anything. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? A
Dave,
fight's a fight.
yeah. Damian says that he thinks you are worried for that spinning stuff. How do you get out the way of that spinning stuff? Move around the ring.
Listen, mate, have a look on my highlight reels, mate. I put people to sleep off spinning stuff, as well as him. Do you know what I mean? I can spin too. Do you know what I mean? It's no problem.
As Nick
No
Diaz
problem.
once says, are we throwing some spinning shit now? So it's gonna be a fantastic one between you two on March 7th at the Walker Activity Dome. If you haven't got your tickets, make sure you get them, because these two fine men are gonna put on a fantastic performance, a fantastic fight for you fans that are gonna be there in the arena. If you can't make it, watch it on pay-per-view. It's gonna be fantastic. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, before I let you go and let Damian Darker and Dylan go, Damian, one fight or a sentence to explain this fight on March 7th.
It's going to be a cracker. Dylan's going to be bringing it. He's got a lot to gain from it. I'm just out there to showcase what I'm capable of and to remind people how good I am. And yeah, get another highlight.
Dylan, yourself, same question, Dylan. Why should fans be there to watch this fight, and how to explain this fight in a sentence or a word on March 7th?
Explain this fight in the sentence or word. It's a massive opportunity for me, which I'm going to grab with both hands. I'm scared of no man. I know exactly what's coming. And, like, I'll be there, I'll be ready, and I'm ready for the fight, mate. Do you know what I mean? That is it. I want to fight. See me on the 7th, mate. That is it. I don't know what else to say. I'm ready to go.
There is nothing else to say, I think, Dylan. I think that's pretty much. I think there's nothing else to say. I think we've nailed it on the head. Damian obviously talking about his spinning back knockout, and obviously Dylan looking to bring the fight and upset the odds. It's going to be a fantastic night on March 7th, and with his two men, it's going to be even better. And thank you very much from me, Lenny March, and a Damian Darker and a Dylan Yendal. We shall see you on March 7th for the Walker Activity Dome. If not, watch live on pay-per-view. Thank you very much, and a very goodbye.
Thank you very much.
See you later, man.
See you on the 7th.